Hi, guys. Welcome back. Spoiler alert.
Perfect. So now we just need to climb back to our ship.
Episode 6 of Skeleton Crew builds on the already endearing relationships between its members while laying the groundwork for an exciting finale.
33! Attack!
The plot of Episode 6 begins immediately after the cliffhanger of Episode 5. Jod Na Nawood has a grueling reunion with his former captain crew, while Whim, Neel, KB, and Fern plummet beneath Tak Rennod's lair and are spewed out beneath the spa resort on Lanupa. The younger members of Skeleton Crew take center stage in Episode 6, as the series further develops them as a family, a group of friends, and a team. Although there were several Easter eggs in Skeleton Crew Episode 6, the program's treatment of its main characters was where it really excelled. In recent years, Jod Na Nawood has emerged as one of Star Wars' most captivating characters, and the main quartet of kids has demonstrated many endearing traits. Surprisingly, however, Episode 6 concentrated on the notion that, although the children travel together, they are not really friends outside of the bonds between Fern and KB and Whim and Neel. A touching episode that introduced the show's last 2 episodes was the outcome of this focus. The investigation into the children's friendships by the Skeleton Crew was expertly managed. To great effect, the Skeleton Crew broke up. The division of main characters is something I frequently find concerning in large franchise storylines, particularly those including Star Wars. Both the original trilogies Luke, Han, and Leia, and the Star Wars sequels Rey, Poe, and Finn hardly ever spent time together as a trio. Because of this, I was a little dubious when Skeleton Crew Episode 6 opened with the 4 major characters being split up.
I guess we're splitting up. Fine. I guess we are.
While Fern and Neel started a perilous ascent back to Lanupa's spa resort, Whim and KB pursued trash crabs to obtain assistance getting to their ship. Fortunately, my suspicion was unfounded. By emphasizing friendships beyond those that have already been formed, Episode 6 turned out to be one of the most character-driven episodes. The lack of growth for Kiriana Cratter's KB, which Episode 6 thankfully offers, annoyed me in my assessment of Skeleton Crew Episodes 1 and 2. Cratter skillfully makes KB more likable than she has been in the previous 5 episodes by revealing her injuries, showing how her augmentations can limit her, and expressing her concerns of losing her friends as a result of her vulnerabilities. The development of a genuine friendship between KB and Whim, who assisted KB in correcting her augmentations without passing judgment, served as the culmination of this subplot. The concluding words, Anyway,
Thanks, Jedi.
Thanks, Jedi, that KB said to Whim, played by Ravi Cabot Conyers, cemented what it really means to be a Star Wars Jedi and made him even more likable. The subplot involving Fern and Neel was given less attention. But my unwavering love for Neel helped to reinforce Fern's little lesson about how others can't always achieve what she can, which was wonderfully brought back into KB's growth. Skeleton Crew gets around the poor treatment of 2 parts of George Lucas's epic by dividing up the key characters and giving them more time as individuals and in pairs. The original, prequel, and sequel trilogies were hampered by the primary character splits, and Lucas consistently had trouble writing and directing young performers, not because of the actors themselves. Despite separating and rejoining the children in a manner that the Skywalker saga found difficult, Skeleton Crew now has the best child characters the franchise has ever had. One of Skeleton Crew's most ambitious action set pieces yet is shown in Episode 6, as Skeleton Crew displays their budget. For a Star Wars television series, Skeleton Crew has so far had a relatively low level of action. However, I haven't found this to be a problem because the show's more kid-friendly format makes for more fantastic treasure-seeking. However, the largest action scene to date took place in Episode 6. When a gigantic trash crab threatens KB and Whim, Fern and Neel take control of the onyx cinder and tremble as they fly it to their friend's aid. Although it isn't necessary, the scene is great overall and gives a slower-paced show a welcome boost of excitement. Nevertheless, it was an entertaining sequence that looked fantastic and included the most extensive and comprehensive CGI effects the program has yet to use. Episode 6 featured some of the best action yet. especially when you factor in the quick initial dogfight between X-Wings and pirates, and the ending scene where Skeleton Crew's Onyx Cinder sheds its faulty pieces to become a new ship entirely. The final 2 episodes of Skeleton Crew are expertly set up in Episode 6. The episode's ability to effectively set up the show's last few minutes is the last plus. Jod Na Nawood wants to take command of his pirate crew as Captain Silvo again, and the 4 children are closer than ever as a found family. Speaking about Tak Rennod and the legacy of Skeleton Crew's At-Atten, Jude Law gave another outstanding performance that was more emotionally detached than Jod's previous performances. The developments around piracy in the Star Wars galaxy are increasingly intriguing and give the show such a distinct feeling of Amblin-style fun that other shows in the franchise do not possess. Beyond that, Jod and the kids reuniting at At-Atten on opposite sides remains overly compelling and will test the bond they grew to have between episodes 3 and 5. Overall, Skeleton Crew Episode 6 worked on most levels, though not as strongly as its predecessor, all while setting up its remaining episodes that, done right, could make the show one of Star Wars' best. Thanks for watching.
We'll go see this At-Atten